Welcome to NYU Stern's EBS Weekly Report. I'm Natacha, VP of External Affairs.
And I'm Frédéric, same role for MBA2s.
In today's agenda, we'll cover three main topics. Once again, we'll start with the tensions in the Middle East and North Africa, then discuss the FOMC Minutes. And finally, we'll briefly tackle some points from the G20 meeting in Paris. Unrest in Egypt has spread throughout much of North Africa and the Middle East. The youth is calling for reforms and anti-government protests are widening. First, in Libya, more than 200 people have been killed as the army fired on unarmed demonstrators, and it doesn't look like Colonel Gaddafi has so far made any comments on the escalating violence.
And knowing the character, I doubt that he would even care.
In Bahrain, protesters originally took the streets of MENA to demand reforms, but negotiations are happening as we speak, and it seems that the Prime Minister will likely step down, while some protesters also request the departure of the ruler.
And I bet Iran will be very happy with the Shia uprising because US Fifth Fleet will be moving out of Bahrain.
And in Yemen, protesters have called for the ouster of President Saleh on the back of high unemployment estimated at 35% and a looming shortage of water in a country that also witnesses a Shiite Muslim uprising.
As for other countries, protests are also ongoing in Kuwait, Jordan, Morocco, Algeria. But in parallel, in Oman, they even raised wages. And in the UAE, they changed the way they were electing the members of the parliament, a way to avoid further clashes.
And Saudi Arabia also needs to watch out. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal himself warned in an interview on BBC that unless the king introduces more political participation and human rights, Saudi Arabia may also face unrest. Markets are reacting. Stock markets across the Arab states continue to fall, with Dubai financial market down 4% today, Sunday. CDS are continuing to widen. Even Saudi Arabia has seen its yield surging to 140 basis points. Oil is also reacting, particularly after Iran sent ships to Syria through the Suez Canal. And gold and silver are soaring as well, with the latter reaching a 30-year high.
These short-term consequences are just the tip of the iceberg. In the mid to long run, we will see an increase of the cost of financing, projects being delayed, and also unemployment being affected.
As for the Federal Open Market Committee, the minutes showed the Fed is slightly more optimistic about growth this year, forecasting between 3.4 and 3.9% growth. However, officials voted unanimously to leave intact their $600 billion QE2 program, given the slow improvement in unemployment, inflation, and the housing sector.
But again, members emphasize that the committee will continue to regularly review the size and pace of the asset purchase program in the view of further information.
After 2 days of meetings in Paris, the G20 countries reached a fuzzy compromise on how to measure imbalances in the new economy. Among other points, they were working on figuring out which economic indicators to use, and also agreed to work on strengthening the international monetary system in order to avoid disruptive fluctuations in capital flows and exchange rates. Well, that's it for the last days. Thank you for watching our EBS Weekly Report. You can also follow us on Twitter at NYU Stern EBS, all in one word.
And for those who want to meet and mingle with the members of the European Business Society Club at NYU Stern, we want to invite you to the EBS Spring Party on February 25th. Tickets will be on sale on Campus Group, as well as in the NYU Stern lobby at Gold Plaza.
We wish you a successful week.
Thank you for watching us.